If we've learned anything the past couple of years in the rap game, it's that beef is inevitable. Whether you started off as friends and collaborators or never really cared for each other in the first place, it's without a doubt that artists simply cannot resist clapping back, throwing subliminals, or allegedly throwing them hands. When it comes to the female rap game, we tend to see lots of frenemies, but lately, it straight up seems like the girls cannot get along. And no matter how badly we wish some of our faves will put the past behind them, female rap will never have true unity. And the girlies will always be beefing. And here's why. Let's talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's with it? I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. Much like the phrase sex sells, so does beef, and that's one of the main things I want to touch on when it comes to unity in the female rap game and why it will never work. But in order for us to see how beef can put the spotlight on these artists to spark streams and social media chatter, let's take it back to a time not too far away where it seemed like so many of the girls were getting along, where women rap collabs were abundant, and for a minute, it seemed like we were finally getting what we wanted as fans. I'm talking Hot Girl Summer with Nick and Meg, Best Friend with Saweetie and Doja, Twerk with the City Girls and Cardi, Say So with Doja and Nicki, and we can even go so far as to say the Super Freaky Girl Queen mix, because this was at the point where I thought that we might just return to female rappers getting together, but baby, was I wrong. While many of these collaborations did numbers and showcased that women rappers can benefit more from working together than being against each other, lately it just feels as though the girls are sparking beefs in order to get all eyes on them. Yes, I am eyeing Lotto and Ice Spice here. Now, I know their beef can be viewed from various different angles, but in this case, it really felt like Lotto was picking with Ice Spice because one, Ice was getting all that shine from the Nickster, and she wished it was her. And two, I have a theory that some female rappers do not enjoy seeing a new hot girl with less talent step on the scene and completely blow up. Sunday Service, both the TikTok snippet and the song, felt like they were intentionally created for Lotto to stir up drama and, snatch a few streams up. But Ice Spice ain't off the hook either, because she chose to drop Thank You the Ish fart. Because listen, if Ice Spice does nothing else, she's gonna benefit from a viral moment. When it comes to diss records being viral moments, it's one thing for us to look at beefs with anthems like Bigfoot and His, but a completely different story when you see artists like JT and Sukihana, for example, going back and forth, which in my opinion felt like a ploy for Suki to get her relevancy up while poking fun at JT. It gave very much Kaya and Trina, if you know what I mean. As much as Sukihana has dabbled into rap music, with one of her more popular songs being a collaboration with Sexy Red for obvious reasons. I mean, when you think about it, it's clear that Suki had the potential to be Sexy Red before Sexy Red was Sexy Red. Anyways, it really seemed like Sukihana was looking for a reason to be included in a rap beef with JT. After she dropped that line in OK about people cracking their teeth on crab legs with teeth missing, which is still hilarious. This situation gives me the feeling that the girls will snatch any piece of relevancy they can by starting a little drama with you. In this case, maybe it was JT throwing the subliminal first, or it was Suki responding. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Speaking of JT, let's take it back to the whole City Girls and Cardi B friendship, which started with them being collaborators and then somehow ended up with them beefing, like especially JT and Cardi. Because this brings me to another point in why we will never have unity. Some artists get caught up in the social media chatter, which starts and reignites beefs. Social media and fan pages are the new norm, and as long as they are alive and well, so is beef. Now, I'm sure we all have our stories on how and when the City Girls and Cardi started getting nasty with each other. But what really did it for me was JT and Cardi exchanging words on Twitter back in 2022, when Tomorrow 2 with Glow and Cardi made it on the Billboard Top 100 after a fan account tweeted a comparison between the Super Freaky Girl Queen mix and Tomorrow 2. Look, JT entered the chat, which somehow led her and Cardi to go back and forth about ghostwriters not having talent. And listen, it was just too much. Eventually, it all fizzled out with Nicki changing her profile picture to JT and Cardi changing hers to Remy Ma. The pettiness of it all. But at the end of the day, we can say two things. Maybe the beef was sparked from JT's collab and her loyalty to Nicki Minaj, or maybe it was strictly ignited by fans on social media. It reminds me of JT calling out the fake unity that Glorilla was doing on her song "I" from her recent mixtape A Thing, when she said, "I just pray one day that all the bad bees would come together because Cardi and Nicki on a track would break some effing records. Me and JT ain't the best of friends, but we ain't beefing. No bees always have an animosity that they keep a secret." As if Glorilla was not out here being silent about the rumors of her smacking JT backstage at the MTV Awards. I don't know. I mean, it kind of felt like Glorilla inserted that lyric strictly for shock value and not because she genuinely wanted to see solidarity in the female rap game. Because let me say this, as much as I love all of the girls living in rap, peace, and harmony, like, doesn't that sound good? We gotta admit that a lot of bangers come from drama, animosity, and mess. But tell me, do you think that we'll ever have unity in the female rap space? And if so, who is a dream collab that you would like to see? Let me know your thoughts in the comments